Greetings, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this week's edition of GTV. I'm Don Valiant, and this is the news from Gyeonggi Province this week. Over the past few years, local farm direct sales outlets, known as direct local food markets, have been gaining popularity among consumers in Korea. In Gyeonggi Province, the number of these markets, as well as their total sales volume, have increased significantly. Opened in 2013, this direct local food market in Gimpo City recorded 5.8 billion Korean won in sales last year, an increase of more than 10 times over 5 years. This market now attracts approximately 40,000 shoppers monthly on average.
신선하니까 우선 그래서 믿을 수 있으니까 그게 가장 좋은 것 같아.
Last year, the total annual sales of direct local food markets in Gyeonggi Province increased more than 30% over the previous year, surpassing 100 billion Korean won. The number of these markets also increased from the initial 5 to 44 last year. Moreover, the number of participating farms increased 37% to almost 10,000.
농사 지어가지고 아침에 그걸 만들어서 진열한 것이니까 아주 싱싱하고 좀 더 좋은 물건들을 만들어가지고 진열해야 되겠다라는.
Gyeonggi Province has been promoting direct local food markets through various events and education programs, as well as through support for locations close to consumers.
올해 같은 경우는 85억 정도 지원할 거고요. 모든 직매장 확산 10개소 확산할 거고요. 올해 인근 시군에서 생산된 것까지 갖다 팔 수 있도록.
Gyeonggi Province plans to increase the number of direct local food markets to 100 by the year 2022. Following a horrific homicide that occurred in a public toilet in Seoul 2 years ago, Gyeonggi Province has been installing emergency safety alarm systems in more than 1,500 public toilets in the province, with the majority of residents welcoming such an initiative. In addition to red alarm triggers, this safety alarm system also features audio guidance.
첨단 비상벨 시스템이 설치되어 있는 아침 화장실입니다.
Inside the toilet, alarm triggers are located at a number of places easily reachable in emergency situations.
이것저것 가보면은 안심 비상벨 설치된 화장실이 많더라고요. 화장실 이용하는데 안심도 되고 요즘에.
These safety alarm triggers are connected to the nearest police station. When activated, police officers will arrive at the site within minutes while a loud alarm sounds.
3분 이내에 경찰까지 온다는 그 믿음 때문에 취객이라든지 강력 범죄로부터 범죄 예방 효과 등이 굉장히 많은 것으로.
Since 2017, Gyeonggi Province and local administrations have installed emergency alarm systems in more than 1,500 public toilets in the province. In a survey of Gyeonggi residents, the vast majority approved of this initiative, with 2 out of every 3 being positive about its crime-deterring effects.
전체 시군을 대상으로 도비 지원 사업을 추진하게 되었습니다. 신규 화장실이 이제 생겼을 경우에는 그 취약적 여부를 판단해서 시군에서 이제 새롭게 그 비상벨 설치할.
During the year 2016, approximately 2,000 public toilet crimes were recorded. Gyeonggi Province will continue to improve the safety of public toilets through various measures, in addition to the installation of safety alarm systems. With the Central Korean Peninsula experiencing a drought for more than a month, Gyeonggi Province announced the development of a drought forecasting system. Using big data, this system will enable authorities to take action against oncoming droughts in advance and minimize related damage. Kim, a rice farmer with 40 years of experience, is worried as spring approaches since his rice field dried out during the winter.
원래는 없어도 20cm 내지 30cm 이 뱃보기가 안 보이도록. 이거 전혀 눈도 안 오고 비도 안 오고 그래가지고 지금 바닥이 이 상태다.
Gyeonggi Province saw precipitation of only 2.1 centimeters this winter, a mere 32% of average years. According to a meteorological agency, the severity of droughts may increase until the year 2025. This drought forecasting system uses big data, including meteorological data as well as water resource and soil condition information, and calculates regional drought probabilities so as to enable appropriate measures to be taken as necessary.
기상청 자료 과거 30년의 빅데이터를 분석해서 가뭄을 예측하고 가뭄의 발생 예상 지역에 물백, 긴급 양수장을 선배치하여 농가 가뭄 피해를 최소화하고
This system will be operated initially in 5 of the most drought-prone regions of the province for the appropriate implementation of anti-drought measures based on local water resource and demand conditions.
한해 대책 사업 추진하는데 대상지 선정 같은 데 이제 도움이 되는 거죠. 이제 진짜 필요한 곳에 이제 그 대책 사업을 추진하게.
Gyeonggi Province plans to expand the system application range to 10 regions and will make the forecast information directly available to farmers later this year. Gyeonggi Province announced 4-year road improvement plans geared primarily to ensure the safety of pedestrians, especially in those areas more vulnerable to road accidents. Both sides of this 5-lane road between a park and a commercial area are crowded with illegally parked vehicles, including buses and trucks, posing a danger to pedestrians crossing the street by blocking their vision.
좌우로 그 차가 불법 주차 많이 하기 때문에 보행에 그 지장이 있으니까 좀 그 보행에 지장이 없도록 좀 개선 좀 해주시면 좋겠습니다.
Since the front of this primary school directly faces a road with busy traffic, the carelessness of children or drivers can potentially lead to serious accidents.
그 운전자들이 신호를 무시하고 운전하였을 때 애들이 횡단보도 보행 시 좌우를 살피지 않고 건넜을 때
Gyeonggi Province's pedestrian-friendly road improvement plans will cost a total of 10.5 billion Korean won over 4 years. These plans include the installation of sidewalks, colored pavement, and speed bumps, as well as protective fences. Plans also include the improvement of back streets at locations with high pedestrian accident risks.
보행 환경이 취약한 교통약자 취약시설 약 400개소를 개선하고 또 보행 환경, 도로 환경 조성 사업도 10개소를 지속적으로 추진해 나갈 계획입니다.
Last year, work began at 229 locations for vulnerable pedestrians and at 2 locations for general pedestrians. After the selection of locations through regional surveys, work on additional locations will commence in February. This year, as part of its efforts to reduce atmospheric microdust levels, Gyeonggi Province plans to further promote the use of environment-friendly vehicles such as electric cars and hydrogen cars. Hydrogen vehicles, which use hydrogen as fuel, are environment-friendly, have excellent fuel efficiency, and require reduced charging times. While such advantages foster growing interest in hydrogen vehicles, the related infrastructure, including hydrogen stations, is still inadequate.
충전 인프라가 안 돼 있다 보니까 장거리 가는데 이제 걱정이 좀 되죠. 환경에도 좋고 또 뭐 이게 연비도 좋다 보니까 여러 가지 경제적으로 이점은 있지만 주말에 가족과 함께 어디를 간다든지 출장으로 장거리 가기에는 여전히 부담스러운 상황입니다.
Gyeonggi Province plans to improve infrastructure for environment-friendly vehicles. These plans include the establishment of 3 hydrogen stations and the supply of 200 hydrogen vehicles. Gyeonggi Province also plans to increase the number of hydrogen stations to 27 and the number of hydrogen vehicles to 3,000 by the year 2022. In addition, the province also plans to increase the number of electric vehicle charging stations, including 100 mobile charging facilities at apartment complexes.
경유차 등 내연 기관차를 친환경차로 전환하는 것은 시대적인 과제입니다. 수송 분야 미세먼지를 저감하여 도민이 건강한 삶을 영위할 수 있는 쾌적한 경기도가 되도록 최선의 노력을 다하겠습니다.
In addition, Gyeonggi Province also plans to replace all diesel buses with electric buses by the year 2027. Initially, the number of electric buses will increase from the current 40 to 569 by the year 2022 through the replacement of old diesel buses. On January 22nd, the Gyeonggi Provincial and Local Administration Policy Committee was launched and had its first meeting. During that meeting, Gyeonggi Province Governor Lee Jae-myung introduced a policy market concept for provincial policy adoption by local administrations. This committee was established as a permanent body for the two policy-making tiers of Gyeonggi Province. Its purpose is to discuss provincial and regional administrative policies and resolve regional conflicts through communication and cooperative governance. Governor Lee's policy market concept was proposed as a means for local governments to selectively adopt provincial policies.
경기도 가지고 좋은 정책들은 저희가 일방적으로 집행하지 않고 각 시군이 선택할 수 있도록 마켓 형태로 또 전시하고 그 중에서 필요한 정책들을 각 시군이 선택할 수 있게 그렇게 하려고 합니다.
During the meeting, Governor Lee asked for the cooperation of local administrators in the realization of provincial policies, including those regarding bus operator support, helicopter doctor operation, and the changing the name of the Seoul Beltway to include Gyeonggi Province. Concurrently, city and county mayors asked Governor Lee to transfer authority for the management of some administrative matters and provincial facilities, as well as to increase the local administration portion of urban regeneration projects.
경기도 내 시군이 이양을 받아서 원하는 사업들을 다 제안해 주시면 충분히 검토를 하겠다 해서 아까 안건으로 제안 드린 바 있습니다.
Governor Lee offered assurances that the province will implement such transfers in phases in accordance with the authority decentralization policy of the central government. This meeting also saw agreement between the provincial and local administrations on cooperation in the pursuit of basic income policy, inter-Korean peace and cooperation, and the establishment of the Gyeonggi Education Advancement Council. On January 23rd, the 5th Gyeonggi Cultural Creation Hub, also known as G-Hub, opened in Goyang City. Its primary function is to support image content development startups through the provision of equipment and education services. Established by a group of former TV travel program producers, this resident enterprise of the Goyang G-Hub produces travel videos.
여기 입주해 계시는 이제 기업들과 협업하고 그다음에 창조 허브에 계시는 그 창조부의 여러 시스템들을 좀 활용해서 저희가 뉴 컨텐츠 제작을 위해서 좀 더 노력을 할 거고요. 네, 새로운 시대에 걸맞는 새로운 컨텐츠 크리에이터로서 열심히 일할 것입니다.
This enterprise that specializes in DIY kits for stylist training is also a resident of the Goyang G-Hub.
같이 영상 콘텐츠를 제작하는 사람들은 사실 장비나 이런 장소가 협소해서 처음에 그 진입하는 게 굉장히 어려운데 여기 허브 같은 경우에는 그런 스튜디오나 장비 대여도 잘 되어 있고 그런 부분을 잘 활용해서 평소에 하지 못했던 것들을 조금 더 여기 그런 것을 활용해서 더 멋진 꿈을 펼칠 수 있지 않을까. 네, 저는 그렇게 생각합니다. 네.
The fields that the Goyang G-Hub supports include videos for broadcasting as well as new media contents. The Goyang G-Hub features office space for 10 startups as well as a comprehensive range of equipment for video content development and creation. This institute also provides education services in content planning, production, and distribution. This is the 5th cultural creation hub established by Gyeonggi Province.
젊은이들이 또 새로운 창업을 희망하는 많은 분들이 이 공간을 활용하고 또 이곳에서 성공해서 개인에게도 좋은 일, 또 우리 사회 전체를 위해서도 좋은 기회가 됐으면 좋겠습니다.
During the opening ceremony, Gyeonggi Province, Goyang City, and an SNS service operator agreed to cooperate on image content promotion. Thank you for joining us for this week's edition of GTV. We look forward to seeing you again next week.